Hello fight fans and welcome to MMA Insider. In today's video we've got a packed lineup of headlines. Starting off, Dana White responds to recent criticism from one championship boss. Moving on, Sean O'Malley believes Paddy Pimblett is in a lose-lose situation against Tony Ferguson. Lastly, Dana White announces he plans to hold the next UFC Mexican Independence Day card at the Vegas Sphere. UFC CEO Dana White has responded to recent criticism from one championship boss, Chatri Sitjod-Tong. Dana White has never been one to hold his tongue when he has something to say. It's a trait that many don't like about him, but some certainly admire his honesty. Either way though, he'll continue to make headlines, which may be what he's shooting for. Recently, White used a production error from one championship to take a shot at Showtime, but in the process, he was also somewhat mocking one. On the flip side, one championship's Chatri came out and had some comments of his own to say about the UFC. Now, White has attempted to put the issue to rest once and for all. This is what he said.
Yeah, so I get it. I got no beef with those guys, and because I called out that production thing for Showtime, of course he comes out and says that today, or whenever he said it. But yeah, I got no beef with those guys. That was an Espinosa thing, but you have to admit the walkout thing was hilarious. And the guy comes out with the coffee, and it was like a Saturday Night Live skit. But yeah, I wasn't trying to take a shot at those guys. It is what it is. In all honesty, what should my response be to what he said? I mean,
Sean O'Malley has explained why Paddy Pimblett could be in a lose-lose situation against Tony Ferguson at UFC 296. At UFC 296, Paddy Pimblett faces the biggest opponent of his career thus far, Tony Ferguson. Tony is a former interim lightweight champion, but with a 6-fight losing streak to his name, many wonder whether or not this will serve as his final fight in the promotion. On the flip side, this is a real test for Pimblett to see where exactly he's at in the lightweight division. Plenty of pundits and fighters have had their say on what could go down, and that includes Sean O'Malley. O'Malley, who has admitted to being a fan of Pimblett's work in the past, has questioned whether or not there's a big upside to this for Paddy. This is what he said. Initial reaction, I'm like, God damn, that's a lose-lose for Paddy. You go out there and beat Tony, who's really good but on a 6-fight losing streak. So if you beat him, you're not gonna get credit for beating Tony Ferguson. You're not gonna get credit for beating a guy you should beat him. But it's a dangerous fight. It's not that easy of a fight. It's going to be a tough fight. Tony could 100% win this fight. Now you're coming off a loss to a guy, I mean, at least it's still T-Ferg, but it's like, is it T-Ferg? I don't know. UFC President Dana White reveals plans to hold Noche UFC 2 at the new Sphere at the Venetian venue. America's newest venue, Sphere at the Venetian in Las Vegas, officially opened on September 29th, with U2 holding a concert there. The state-of-the-art venue received rave reviews from those in attendance. Opening night drew the attention of Dana White, who was amazed at the lack of complaints. The Sphere was a hit, and it won't take long for sporting events, concerts, and other entertainment to book the venue. Dana White already has plans to host Noche UFC there in 2024. Speaking to the media, he said, "From what I hear, the guys at MSG couldn't have hit a bigger home run with the opening of the Sphere. First of all, the balls to open that place and do what they're doing. Then, to come in and hit an absolute grand slam, home run with the opening. You all know I want that date. That's what I want. I want to do Mexican Independence Day there. Imagine the show I can put on at the Sphere with Mexican Independence Day. So yeah, we'll put on an incredible show in that amazing arena for the next Mexican Independence Day. I'm very excited about it." Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Your dedication and support fuel our passion to bring you the latest and greatest in the MMA world. If you enjoyed today's news, please give us a thumbs up and share with fellow MMA fans. Remember to subscribe to stay in the loop with daily MMA updates. We've got a lot of exciting news, interviews, and analysis coming your way every single day. Your engagement helps us grow and serve the MMA community even better. Once again, thank you for being an integral part of our daily MMA journey.